Welcome to Vechile Scale Modelling. This is part 8 of Italeri Operation Silver Bayonet. Scale is 1 to 72. In parts 1 to 7 in this diorama build log, I've made up the helicopter, the main battle tank, and now I'm carrying on with the M-113 A1, and that's the armoured personnel vehicle or carrier. So as I said, I'm carrying on with this, so let's jump into this and see how well I get on. So the next stage of the build is to make up the turret for the gun. Now, there's one or two little components here, as you can see on the map. The first thing I'm placing on is the mount bracket. This is a little triangular piece that sticks up from the main ring. The next stage is to put on the side armaments of the gun mount. Now, these are a strange shape. They curve in two directions. They curve in at the bottom and at the top and also at the sides. And the instructions are not 100% clear how they should go. I took quite a lot of studying of real life photographs to see how it actually went. I hate to admit it, but this almost stumped me, this little bit. It took a while for me to figure out how it went, but I got there eventually. There is little location points inside it that do help, but because it's made up of that in the gun sights, well, the viewing sights when everything is closed down, it doesn't seem to fit properly. It actually does. It was just me not being able to fit it and understand the instructions. So what you're actually seeing here is me having several attempts trying to fit this. I thought, I done a dry fit and I thought, yeah, that's it. So I applied the cement, but when everything went on, I thought, oh no, that's wrong. So I quickly took it off and reset it. So I decided to approach it a different way. I thought I'd put the gun mount in first. So I placed that in the armament plate that goes in front of the gun. Again, this was probably a mistake on my part. In the end, I did take the gun off it as well because it was interfering when I was installing the main unit. So it just goes to show you, even though you're very experienced at building model kits, I mean, I've got years and years of experience in building them since I was a little boy, you can still make mistakes and fall foul not reading the instructions properly. So this is why I've included this in the video instead of directly showing it all how it's built. As I say, this took me a long while. I shouldn't have done, but it did. I almost done a whole video of me how not to do this part. That's how long it was taking. I can't emphasize enough how bad I actually approached this part. But once I understood how it went, then it was fairly straightforward. It looks like it sits off proud, and it doesn't quite fit, but it does. As I said, it was just me not understanding the whole structure of the armament ring. The hatch I've placed on there, but I'm always intending to take this off again because I'm not sure how it will sit on top of the main body. It's not properly cemented. I've just used a little bit of residue cement from the side part of the build for it to stay there. But nevertheless, I think at this stage that I got it how it should be. So it's time to put on the top plate, and let's push it in. When you put it, make sure it goes from the front to the back. It's a better fitting that way instead of just putting it straight on. So push it in to the existing plate that's already on there. And as you can see, I'm just pushing down the other hatch. On the last video, I had it sitting proud, but I decided to have it as flat as possible on the top. So then the ring itself goes in. The ring itself fitted perfectly. I was just trying to get that side armament in the proper position. As I said, it should not have given me any trouble whatsoever. And you notice on the map the hatch is off now. Again, that's for the ease of putting the armor ring on. Now it's time to put on the top hatch, the main hatch, and then having this in the open position. So I'm just cementing where the brackets will be, and I'll just lie down there. Next to go on are the skirts, obviously one for each side. These are fairly standard installation. The only thing you have to do is make sure it lines up with the mudguards. It sort of slopes down a little bit, so it may look slightly off initially, but it does actually fit in within the contours. This vehicle has two additional guns, and these are at the sides of it. So the the armament panels that are going in first. Um, there's no real location points for these actually on the mold, so you'll have to do make your best judgment. Again, I looked at many photos to see the exact position how they should go. So if you're doing it, have a look at it and make sure you dry fit this before you know exactly where you're going to push on. May help if you just make a little pencil mark or something as well, so that you won't go over your boundary line. Now I can actually place in the hatch, and this goes inside the ring, not the outside. I initially thought the hatch itself would go on the outside of the ring, but looking at how this gets designed, it would definitely has to go on the inside if you were having it closed up. And now I'm using River Aquila 46 Native Olive as the main colour. Before I go any further, I want to get the first coat down. Itself is only going to take two coats to cover this. It's not a great area as well to cover, so the painting process is quite quick. And then it's time to put in the guns. There's three of them, as you can see, two for the sides, obviously, and one for the front. They are little mounts inside the armour plating for these to sit on. They can be a little bit fiddly because of the size of them, but they shouldn't cause any problems. And then the main forward gun, the stem of the gun gets hooked into the mount, the triangular mount that's in there. It's a little bit of a balancing act to get it fitted properly. The armor plate stands up from the main hull; it doesn't connect to it, so that's something to bear in mind. All I've left to do is put the decals on, and I'm using the microset as my decal solution once I've obviously softened up the decals in some warm water. So coming up is the final review video. I would recommend this kit to anyone, even though I had my own personal little problems with it. It was quite a good kit to build up. I'm thinking about seeing if I can source a larger scale one of these, because I really enjoyed the vehicle itself. The problems I had were more of a me problem, not a kit problem, so I'm not going to let that put me off. So if you haven't done so already, why don't you go and check the channel out for my other builds? If you subscribe to the channel, make sure you hit the notification bell. That way you'll be kept up to date, not only with this build, but all my other builds as well, of course. Hit the like button, don't be afraid to leave a comment, and of course you can share the video. But for now, I hope you really enjoyed the final reveal as much as you enjoyed building the kit, and I'll see you on the next part. Thank you all very much for watching. Bye bye.